Namaste. This is the third in the series of chanting rules. Let's remind ourselves of the simple mnemonic again. Please chant Devi hymns very harmoniously. We will now discuss C for chant in the mnemonic, which stands for Chandas. Have you been chanting Lalita Sahasranamam or Vishnu Sahasranamam or Bhagavad Gita or Devi Mahatmyam, etc. for a long time and still find certain sentences very difficult? Yes? Do you know why? This is because you have probably been not well aware of the rule of Chandas or meter, and you have been trying to recite the entire sentence instead of patiently first trying to take apart the syllables that make up the sentence. Before developing on this further, let's first understand Chandas. What is Chandas? A shloka has a meter or Chandas called Gayatri, Anushtup, etc. A Chandas or meter means it is made up of a certain count of syllables. Example, Gayatri Chandas has 24 syllables. Ushnik Chandas has 28 syllables. Anushtup Chandas has 32 syllables and is one of the most popular Chandas. Brihati has 36 syllables. Pankti has 40 syllables. Trishtub has 44 syllables. And Jagati has 48 syllables. The Chandas of any rendition is declared right at the beginning of the chant, along with the Rishi and Devata, when one does the related Nyasam prior to the actual rendition. My video on Nyasam is available on YouTube if you look it up under Nyasam GRD Iyers. Note that Anushtup Chandas, that is 32 syllables, is one of the most popular meter in which there are 32 syllables with 16 syllables in each sentence of a two-sentence shloka. Many popular and well-known shlokas have been composed in the Anushtup Chandas. For example, the famous Ganesha shloka Shuklam Varadharam Vitnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Bhignopashantaye. And in Lalita Sahasranamam Sri Mata Sri Maharagni, Vishnu Sahasranamam Vishwam Vishnurva Shatkaro, Devi Mahatmyam, Bhagavad Gita, etc. Now, what is a syllable? A syllable is what we will now try to understand here. A word is made up of syllables, and a syllable can be an akshara or alphabet, or a mixture of aksharas like kra, mra, tra, pra, shra, sma, etc. But there is only one sound whether you say k or kra. To understand Chandas, let's take an example of the popular Ganesha sloka in the Anushtup Chandas or 32 syllables, where each line has 62 syllables and hence 32 syllables in total. I have split the syllables and you will see and count the 32 syllables, 16 in each sentence. Let's test our theory and count the 16 syllables in each line. The first line, Shuk, Lam, Bha, Ra, Dha, Ra, Vish, Num, Sa, Shi, Var, Nam, Cha, Tur, Bhu, Jam. If you count the different syllables, you will get 16 in total. Now let's go to the second line. Pra, San, Na, Va, Dha, Nam, Dhya, Yet, Sar, Va, Vig, No, Pa, Iyers-Chanting. 16. The expert chanter will not chant the word or phrase or sentence. She will chant the 16 syllables distinctly. And that is the mark of the expert, who will actually enunciate each syllable separately. By taking apart the syllables in each line, you will have the following advantages. Number 1, clarity in chanting, as you will be enunciating each syllable separately. This is what we call Akshara Shuddham. B, you will not be swallowing or ignoring any syllable, which will help you to complete your chant correctly. C, you will now focus on the construct of a sentence rather than the word or the sentence itself. Difficult sentences will vanish and will be replaced with an easy array of the required count of syllables in each line, depending upon the chandas or meter of the line in which it is constructed in. D, by understanding and separating the syllables, you will be in a great position to observe the rules of dirgham, hrasvam, etc. and holding technique, which you will see in the succeeding videos. To make this fun, why don't you take a few sentences that you found difficult in your favorite chant right away and try to deconstruct the syllables and put them together again. It will be a revealing experience for you. I have seen many seasoned chanters get enormous relief from understanding the above concept and applying it, and the sheer delight in them when they are able to chant a difficult sentence correctly offers great happiness to me. There is one simple analogy to appreciate this concept. There are two ways to make rice or cook rice. One in the pressure cooker, where the rice on overcooking is all mashed up and inseparable and comes out in lumps. There is the other way of boiling rice and filtering the rice, where each rice grain is separated and visible. The concept of syllable chanting is similar to boiling rice, where you get the rice grains properly cooked but separated and visually very pleasing indeed. Another simple analogy I give to understand the interlinked concepts of syllable chanting and matra is to visualize yourself in a group of soldiers standing in attention and a dignitary performing a god of honor. If the dignitary did not pay any attention to you and moved on, how would you feel? You have to imagine each syllable as a living and breathing human being and pay proper attention to them and not ignore them. If you pay proper attention to them, believe me, they will fetch you spiritual progress and advancement. If you don't, then technically you will continue to remain ordinary as a chanter, for when you don't pay attention to them, why would their spiritual potency of sound reach you? Point to ponder. And that concludes my video number 3 on chanting rules. Happy chanting and PKP. Please keep practicing. You can visit us at www.grdiyers.weebly.com. grd.iyers.weebly.com. Namaste.